Hello, my name is Vivek. I want to show you that a crazy Canadian professor at York University by the name of Shyam Ranganathan, I want to show you that he is ignorant and that he is spreading mischievous and utterly foolish ideas about not just Hinduism but also yoga. But before I do so, let me let me tell you that this cretin, Shyam Ranganathan, was probably of a, from my very similar background and from the same community as I belong to, that this cretin is only saying nasty things about Hinduism. He's not saying nasty things about Sikhism because he would be killed in Canada by Khalistanis if he said what he's saying about Hinduism. He's saying that the white man invented Hinduism. The white colonialists came along to India and they invented Hinduism. He doesn't explain why, when the white man went to America, to Canada, why didn't they invent a religion for the Iroquois or the Cherokee or the Inuit, or why it was Hinduism invented. If he says that the white man invented Islam, this guy would have his uh, with his longevity would not be promoted. But similarly, if he says anything against Sikhism in Canada, but he says these things against Hinduism. I don't know why. Let's hear his crazy notion. These created. I mean, he teaches yoga. He's handsome. He's good looking, and he's a family man, and I like that. And he has a son and a border collie, which is good. And a wife. Handsome, good looking man, and good luck to him. He's making not, I would say, an excellent living, but he's making a living, despite his obvious stupidity. He says that samadhi means with the ancient or with the original. This is not true. Samadhi means the cessation of a particular type of cognitive action. It doesn't have anything to do with the ancient or with the original. Some means nothing at all. The nirukta of some just means it is a prefix of a conventional type. Nirukta in Sanskrit, like any other language, like Arabic, like German, and so on, has no magical properties at all. The fact is that there is such a thing as metonym, and words don't actually correspond to anything. They are just solutions to a coordination game. This cretin doesn't get that. He says, oh, Hinduism is constituted by its disagreements. Disagreements are discoordination games. You have a coordination game over here, and you have a discoordination game over there, so that there are hedging and income effects, and this is well understood by economics, by Artha Shastra. What Artha means, meaning. Artha is a Sanskrit word for meaning. Basically, Hinduism has a pragmatic hermeneutics, just as America does. C.S. Spears, pragmatism. So this fool, he says samadhi, no, samadhi, it has a certain meaning. it means the completion, some completion of something which restores to an original state, one where the chittavriti, where the whirlpools of consciousness have been stilled and you are restored to a tranquil and enlightened state. Now, the next thing that he says, let us quote this worthless cretin.
Original. So this is the book about the original, about being with the original reality of your life. The first sutra, the Yoga Sutra, translates into diving into yoga. Okay, so diving into yoga is about being with the original.
This is nonsense.
Kind of,
there is no gotakar. Yoga mein got karo. Gotakar. Where is that?
Basic or original reality of what you are. Okay. Now, yoga itself is described in Sutra 2.
See, he's talking about yoga anushasanam. Anushasanam. What does Anushasan mean? Discipline. Anushasan means discipline in Hindi. It means it in Bengali. It means it in Tamil. Why is this cretin saying it means diving? There is no diving. There is no diving, and it's nothing to do with any origin or any such bullshit. You say you need to discipline the whirlpool, the vasanas, that means the psychomental residue, erotic thoughts and these thoughts and that thoughts, just as they appear in the dreams, they fuel into the whirlpool of consciousness, chittavriti of consciousness. So, yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. That you want to still the whirlpool of consciousness and not be sexy, oh, I'm hungry. That's it. So this cretin, is just lying. He's just lying.
Book 1, as the control of the moral or ethical character of thought, or the control of the contents of the mind. Okay? All right, so why is this important? Why is it important to control the mind? So in ordinary life...
It's not... No, it's important to not, go crazy. It is important to, at certain points in time, to be disciplined. And this is anushasan, to be disciplined. For example, when you get a job, you've got to kind of ignore the fact that, so nice pretty girl over there, and there's food over there, This isn't brain surgery. I should mention that this cretin, who has access to Wikipedia, same as I do. He says that the word religio and superstitio, he thinks that there's some particular connection between them. The fact is that the word superstitio just means that which stands above, something transcendental, but at a certain point it was used in Latin to translate a particular word, a particular Greek word, daimonia, which came to mean an excessive, especially for females, like Euripides, the Bacchae, girls, ladies, crazy and stuff, biting people and fucking them and tearing off that. It's really not a big deal. But values a point about religion. Religion is always about the bonds which keep society together on the basis of a Roman piety, Eusebia. In excessive religious zeal, that is superstition, but we at a later point in English, this was given the name enthusiasm. There was a time when enthusiasm was a bad thing, just craziness. So, you know, this is a crazy, crazy nutter who doesn't know English. His English is shit. You know, I say that he's good looking, but oh fuck, he's bald. That is so not yoga. Yoga is about having a fine head of hair. And, you compare this worthless fool with Yogi Adityanath. Who's a yogi? Yogi Adityanath. Does Yogi Adityanath find it very difficult to define who's a Hindu? No. The guy is Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. He's been a member of Parliament since the age of 26. Since the 90s. He's about the same age as this worthless pile of shit. Canadians. Let's hear more from
everything outside of your skin. In an ordinary state, we treat this external reality as a kind of ultimate barrier to our choosing. And ironically, this limitation arises because we identify with what's outside of our skin as though it's the contents of some kind of private or subjective mind. And this gives rise to propositional attitudes of hope, belief, fear, or anger. Okay? But when we...
See, what this nutcase, this mad, stupid bastard, what he's basically saying is that he thinks that, Hinduism is about solipsism, living in your own private universe, and it's a sacred universe, and so long as you remain inside your universe, you're omnipotent, and you could be the Maharishi, he could levitate, and he had plenty of Rolls Royces, didn't he? But this is also the nonsense behind Mike Myers, the love guru. This is a stupid man. He doesn't know philosophy. He is too stupid to know shit. He doesn't know Hinduism. He doesn't know anything. But the scandal is that somebody from the government of India invited him to contribute to an MA paper in ethics for Indian universities. Why? Why? This man is a cretin. What can one say? I mean, he's better looking than me. Within everybody is. But there is very little that one can... it's just sad. Let's hear more from Worthless Man.
Okay. So, Patanjali says a few interesting things about Ishvara. Ishvara is an abstraction unbound by time and space, the original teacher, the topic of the chapter. Okay? Devotion to Ishvara is a practice of perfecting our own lordliness. And I'm just going to give you an analogy in case you...
Ishvara means God. The creator, the sustainer, God. That's it. This idiot
feel like
says
this
it's
is
an abstraction.
weird, right? Consider what it is to learn music. To learn music is to be devoted to a practice, or rather to engage in a practice of devotion to the ideal of music or musicality. And so at first, when we start to
So, this is his fundamental fuck up. He thinks that to be a musician, to practice music, isn't about making nice sounds which other people like and which they pay you for, or they pat you on the head for, or, at least you get pleasure out of it. That's actually what the practice of music is. This question, because, he studied rubbish, because he was as stupid as shit, and he was taught by people as stupid as shit. He thinks, to practice music is something to do with musicality, and there is a universal called musicality. There isn't. This was an idea exploited at the very moment it was conceived, if it was ever conceived, because it was obviously foolish. This is Aristotle's third man argument, but it is anticipated in Aristophanes, it is anticipated in Plato himself. What this man is participating in is being shit. You shitty turd. Brown. Oh, fuck. Bit of brown. Canada needs more turds. Does it? Perhaps.
and perform the very traits of the ideal that we were devoted to. And so Ishra is the ideal of what it is to be a person, right? To be not stuck in the past.
This is, basically what he's saying is that learning to play music involves a practice defined by its devotion to the ideal of musicality, which simply isn't true. Learning to play music involves trying to make some money out of playing music, entertaining yourself or other people by playing music. It does not involve any fucking devotion to some ideal. That is nonsense. One may as well say that taking a shit involves devotion to the ideal of defecationism, which is what this fucking brown turd, bald fucking turd, I mean, he must be at least 20 years younger than me, and, he still has some hair. He has no hair. I fucking win. You worthless cunt. Fuck off, Shyam Ranganathan. I challenge you, Shyam Ranganathan, to a debate on Skype. Do you have the balls to go for it? Actually, fuck it, he's Canadian. He might beat me up. I'm joking. He might shit himself. But, hasn't he done so already with his books? See? Okay, well.